Yo, what's poppin', B? It's Sugino Tragedy, and yes, there's a spoiler on the screen. You already know who won, who lost, but I'm gonna go into detail and why this person won and why this person lost. So, this episode was the fight between Todoroki and Bakugo, which was kind of underwhelming only because of Todoroki. So, this episode starts off with what did it start off with? It started off with it showed Bakugo versus Tokoyami and how he won and stuff like that. Then Bakugo ends up barging into the player two's waiting room and sees Todoroki. And Todoroki looks at him and was like, "Oh, it's just you, Bakugo." And that pisses off Bakugo because Bakugo likes to be the center of attention. So Bakugo goes and like, "Hey, basically pay attention to me, blah blah blah." So Todoroki mentions Deku and asks him if Deku, always was like how he was when he was younger, trying to help people instead of, bringing them down. And Bakugo gets pissed because he doesn't like when people bring up Deku with him because he obviously wants to be better than Deku since he now sees that Deku is, a threat basically, or a rival if you want. So he basically storms out and like, you know what? Just use your flames on me. So the match starts and they both were going all out. And Bakugo tried to come at Todoroki. Todoroki grabbed his arm and he thought he was going to use his flames, but he didn't. He just tossed him to the side, which pissed Bakugo off even more because he's not using his full power. So Bakugo, keeps coming at Todoroki, and this time he uses something, I don't know, he started rotating in the air with his explosion powers, and he directly hit Todoroki and knocked Todoroki out. It was like literally the episode, it was really short. It was underwhelming, but not in a bad way. It was underwhelming because Todoroki was basically conflicted after he fought Deku on whether or not he should use his fire powers, and that, he lost. And Bakugo, he was, I don't want to say mad. He was just like, "Come on, dude! Like, use your power. I'm trying to be the best. I don't want to be number one if it means beating someone who is not willing to fight back." I guess you can say Bakugo does kind of, have somewhat of a heart, but only if it helps his goals basically. So the what's her name? I don't know. The announcer basically, not the screaming dude with the blonde hair, the girl with the glasses whose power is basically BDSM, basically put him to sleep and tied him up in chains like that. And they came to announce the winners. All Might came out of nowhere like, okay, he was gonna give each one of them a medal, as you can see on the screen. So he gave Tokoyami a medal and told him, "Hey, you should not rely on your quirks so much. That way you have more options when you fight." He went to Todoroki and was like, "Hey, I don't know what your circumstances are with your the fire side of your of your power or whatever, but if you don't, if whatever reason you chose not to use it, that's your reason. I don't want to pry into that." And he was like, "But it's your power, so use them how you want." And he was like, "Okay." So he went to Bakugo, and Bakugo was Bakugo basically, and was yelling like, "I don't want this, blah blah blah," and he ends up putting the metal in his mouth, as you can see on screen. So after that, they all cheered and booed at All Might for not saying plus ultra and stuff like that. So at the end, it showed what was it, Deku. It showed all of them talking to their parents except for, well, not really Bakugo, but first it showed Ochako coming home, and her parents were at her dorm, and they were talking. They were doing a short conversation. She was surprised that they were there, and said, maybe you should let me know next time. Then it showed Deku with his mom, and his mom was like, "Hey, I worry about you." Basically, their parents were, comforting them basically. But the thing that I liked was Todoroki going to see his mom. Now his sister was like, "Hey, Dad's not, Dad's gonna be mad that you're going out without telling him whatever." And he was like, "Well, I don't care." So it showed him walking all the way to the hospital, entering the hospital, and going to talk to his mom. And he walked in. He's like, "Hey, this is my starting line." Just like Deku said. Deku was like, "Hey, I need to learn to control his power so no one doesn't worry about me." And he's like, "This is my starting line." Same with Todoroki. He walked in like, "Mom," or Okasan. Walked in, she turned around and looked at him, and he took a step forward, and he's like, "This is my starting line." And then at the end, they had the comic relief. Bakugo was brushing his teeth and like, "Die, germs, die," blah blah blah. I'm brushing his teeth, and the mom was like, "Hey, stop yelling! Like, just stop waking up and yelling in the morning." And then I think he turned around and said something, but he was still brushing his teeth, and that was basically the end of the episode. So I'm glad they're not doing the Attack on Titan and doing just 12 episodes, and they're actually gonna do, more episodes and not cut it into two halves. So I'm excited for the next episode because I believe they get to choose their own hero name, like All Might and other hero names. So I'm hyped for that. So thank you guys for watching. I know these are going up late. I'm sorry about that. But work. That's all I'm going to say is work. Honestly, I am extremely tired right now, but I decided I need to make these videos before, Wednesday, because obviously the next Boruto comes out and I don't want to be backed up on videos. So thank you guys for watching. I've been Sugino Tragedy, and I will see you guys in the next anime review. Peace out.